I'm Victoria and this is day 9 of my vlogging challenge, and today I talk about why I supplement B12. The first time I supplemented B12 was during my pregnancy. I went and got a blood analysis, and it came back that I was slightly low on B12, and they advised me that I should take a supplement. So I went to see my local pharmacist and I asked him about the different types, and he said because I was pregnant it was probably best to take a sublingual, which is basically a little tablet that you put under your tongue and it dissolves. Now at the moment I take an injection and we take that into my backside. I'm going to talk about that later on in the video, why we do that. So B12, basically it's a water soluble vitamin, and it's essential for many of the functions in the body. So for example, B12 is important for it helps to convert carbohydrates into glucose, which is your energy system. So if you're feeling tired all the time, you're feeling lacking in energy, you've probably got a B12 deficiency. Many people who think they're anemic and they think, you know, that they're wondering why when they're taking in lots of iron, could actually just have a B12 deficiency. Also, B12 is responsible for regulating the nervous system. So if you're feeling stressed out all the time, if you're feeling depressed, you could have a B12 deficiency. So there's just two reasons. I mean, if you want to feel good and you want to have lots of energy, you want to have a good supply of B12. As well with the nervous system, on the very severe cases, we know a girl and she lives here locally, and she had it started off with just tingling in her extremities of her fingers and in her feet, and it got to a case now where she actually can no longer walk, and she went to the doctors, and initially they thought she had MS. But when they looked into it further, they realised that she actually had a B12 deficiency, and now she has nerve damage in the ends of her fingers and in her feet, which is preventing her now from walking. So obviously that's at the severe end of the scale, and once you've got that nerve damage, it's very difficult to repair. So you want to, look after yourself before it gets too late. Now the good news is that your liver actually stores B12 for about a period of 2 years. So usually you will have enough. Your body kind of keeps you having enough, but the problem with that is that we're not taking enough in because we're not eating organic fruits and vegetables. And even those of us who are eating organic fruits and vegetables, many people can no longer actually absorb B12 because of the pharmaceuticals and antibiotics and things that we put into our bodies in the past. So because of a lack of intrinsic factor in the stomach. So there's so many reasons why, even if you think you're doing everything right, you should still get tested to make sure you've got good enough levels of B12, because it could be that either you're not getting it from your soil or your body's not able to absorb it. Another really good reason for taking B12 is that B12 is responsible for cell regeneration, which is important for healthy hair, nails and skin. So you want to look good, you want to feel good, you want to have lots of energy, you need to have good levels of B12. And it also is responsible for it helps the digestive system. It can help to regulate your cholesterol, which can prevent strokes and heart attacks and things like that. It can also be helpful to prevent certain types of cancers. So B12, it's an all-round, it's a really good vitamin to have in your body. It's essential, in fact, and it's important that we all look at this responsibly and think, okay, how am I feeling? And even if you're still feeling okay, just once a year, once every 2 years, get yourself checked out, make sure that your B12 levels are okay, and if they're not, start supplementing. So like I said before, the reason you can take it in sublinguals, which is what I did during my pregnancy, and actually when I got tested that really helped me. The sublinguals don't work for everybody because some people don't have the intrinsic factor in their stomach, and they aren't able to absorb B12. So I hope this video was informative, and yeah, if you have any questions about B12, leave them below. I've also heard from other sources, including Freely and Harley, that B12 is also helpful to helps to reduce weight. So there you go. So it's amazing. Okay, so thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Victoria, signing off.